God bless you guys. Welcome to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Fantasia, also known as Fanti, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my testimony. So I've been wanting to do this video for a while now. Like, it kept getting in my heart, but I just kept ignoring it. So now we're here. Okay, I wanted to start from the very beginning, from like where it happened. Started maybe when I was like 14 years old, maybe a little before that. But I used to deal with I was dealing with sadness and hate in my heart. That it was just like it kept growing and growing, like it wouldn't stop. And I would have scenarios in my head on how I would end my life at that time, and it was not always the same. Like, sometimes it was more deeper than other times. Like, it was more worse. And by the time, like, when I was 14, I was still in school, and I would get picked on because of like my height. If you guys know me, if you see me in person, you know I'm really little. and the way I look, and that like affected me. Like, I would have thoughts in my head like, what is wrong with me? Like, and I would like thoughts telling me in my head. There was thoughts in my head telling me that no one would care if you were here and if you weren't here. And what made it worse was like I didn't feel like telling anyone. I didn't feel like telling anyone at that time, and no one. I feel like no one even noticed that I was suffering inside. I wouldn't even tell the doctors what was wrong with me because I didn't want them to give me medication, or I didn't want to go to the hospital. I didn't want people to think I was crazy, or I didn't want them to start judging me. And then there was a day. This is where it gets deep, guys. And there was a day where I was just crying, like. So I locked myself in the bathroom, and I was looking, and there was a blade, and I had it in my hand, and I was ready to cut my wrist because I was crying. Like, I had so much anger, like I didn't want to be here. Like, I had so much anger inside me, like so much negative thoughts and going in my head, and it just wouldn't stop. And I didn't know why I was feeling. I didn't know why. Like, I just didn't understand it. Like, why me? Why me? Why did I have to go through it? Why did I have to be this way? Like, what is wrong with me? So I grabbed the blade and I was gonna cut myself, but I couldn't. I couldn't do it. And I don't know, and I was confused on why I couldn't do it because I had so much hate that you would think I would be able to do it like easily, but I couldn't. Like, I couldn't hurt myself. It was like somebody was holding me back. Like, I was like this close, and it was just like someone's hand was like, no. I always thought about doing it, but I just never did it. I couldn't do it. And then there was a time that I didn't even want to talk to my family about it because I felt like they were going to judge me. And I felt like I was just all alone. And it was just a whole routine. Like, I will go to school, act fine, come home, start crying, like bawling my eyes out at night. Then again. And it was like a whole circle. Like, it just wasn't getting better. Like, it was just getting so much worse. Like I don't want to be here. Like, get me out of here. Like, why am I here? That's what the thoughts in my head were telling me that I wasn't worth it, that I was a failure, that I'm not going to be no one in life because of the way I am. That I felt so much hate. And I was in a relationship at the time, and you know how hard it is being in a relationship when you don't even love yourself. And it was like, he wasn't even a bad boyfriend either. He treated me good. But it came to a point where I needed him. Like, I needed him to talk to me. It was kind of getting toxic. And it was like I was trying to fill the emptiness that was inside with the wrong reasons, because that's not the right way to do it. And besides the sadness and the hate in my heart, I was also dealing with really bad anxiety. I was getting really nervous. to go places, to go to work, to go to school. And sometimes I would like get so nervous that I would throw up before work. Like, I did not want to go. Like, don't get me out of this house. Like, I was scared. I don't know why. I don't know. But it was not a good feeling. It wasn't a fun feeling. Dealing with depression, dealing with anxiety, feeling all that pain that I had inside, thinking that no one cared for me, thinking that no one loved me, thinking that I was all by myself, that I'm not gonna get out of this. And it's like, I didn't really know God, but I knew of God. I knew of Him. Like, I just know, okay, yeah, He made me, but I wasn't really into it like that. Like, I was in the world. I did not care what anyone would tell me. Like, no, you cannot tell me how I feel. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand this feeling, so you can't tell me how to feel or how to be. Like, you can't. And then there came a time where my family was going to church. And I wanted to go with them because I didn't think I needed God. Then my mom one day was like, you are going to church. And I was like throwing a fist, like, no, I don't want to go. Like, I'm not going. But those of you who know my mom know that if she says we're going, then we're going. So a couple times, I went to church a couple times, and the pastor would ask me, do you want to accept Christ? Do you want to accept Christ? And I kept saying, no, I don't want to. Like, I was just holding back. I didn't want to. And the thing is, I didn't know that He could have cured my depression. I did not know He could take all that stuff away. I did not know. So I thought just because if I accept Him that it's not going to go away, like, what's the point? What's the point if I'm just going to keep going through the same things over and over again? That's what I kept telling myself. So I just kept pushing it away. No, I don't want to. But then, after a couple of days, he asked me that, and I was feeling guilty. Like, I was like, why? Why didn't I just say yeah? Why didn't I do it? Like, why didn't I give Him a chance? I was feeling this guilt in me. Like, I was like, what is this feeling? Like, why do I feel this way? Then, I was trying to ignore it. I was trying to ignore that feeling or that guilt that was telling me to do it. Until I couldn't anymore. Until I couldn't ignore it anymore. And then September 11th, 2022 came. And that day, I remember I woke up so angry. I woke up so angry that, I don't know, it was a different, kind of angry. I was mad. And then that day was church. Ooh, I did not want to go. I did not want to go, but I went. And then in the beginning of church, everyone was praising. Oh, wait. When we went to church, I felt something. I felt something different. I don't know. I felt like something was going to happen. I don't know. It was just weird, but I was ignoring it, of course. Then when they were praising in the beginning of church, I just started crying and crying and crying, bawling my eyes out. And I didn't know why I was crying. Thoughts were going in my head like, you need to change, you need to change, you need to change. Like, today is where you change. Today is the day. Today is the day. And I couldn't escape those thoughts in my head. And I just started crying even more, crying. And then I was caught. And then my mom see me crying. So I don't remember. I don't know if it was me that went up there or my mom told me to go up there. So I did. I went up to the altar and I was just crying and crying. And then the pastora came to me. And then she asked me, do you want to accept Christ? And I was nodding my head. I couldn't even say yeah because of all the time. I was kept crying, like I couldn't talk. You know that feeling when you keep crying that you can't say a word because you're going to just keep on crying? That was how I was feeling. And then, this is where it all changed, guys. This is where it all changed. So if you weren't listening to me before, listen to me. Because this right here, it's crazy. So right when I lift up my hands, I say, write my name in the book of life. Forgive me for my sins, And right when I accepted him, after I said the words that I had to say, everything inside, all that hate, all that anxiety, all that darkness that I was feeling, all that the rotten heart, was gone. Like, it's crazy when I explain this because it doesn't feel real. It doesn't seem real, but it is real. Like, it felt like Jesus, God went through my chest and pulled out that heart and like put a new one in there. Like, this isn't me. Like, I just didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel like how I was feeling the whole time. Like, I'm 21 now. Ever since I was 14 years old, I was dealing with depression. I was dealing with all this anxiety, like this hate that I did not want to be alive, that I did not want to be here, that no one would understand me. And on September 11, when I accepted Christ, that's when it all changed. That's when my life went like a whole flip 360. That's exactly what it did. Like, it's one of those feelings that you can't explain. Like, you just have to feel it. Like, my heart is different, and right now I speak on it, like all the stuff that I felt, but I don't remember that feeling that I felt. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I could speak on how I felt, but I can't remember that feeling. I can't remember how exactly I felt. I just could speak on how I felt. I could just speak on how I was thinking, but I can't feel that pain anymore because God took that away. I thought depression, you can't take depression away, because people would tell me that you can't get rid of depression. Oh, depression is normal. Don't listen to the lies. This is not true. Depression is not normal. Because if depression was normal, then why would God take it away? Depression is not normal. Nothing evil comes from God. Nothing that makes you feel like you're worthless, that you're a failure, that you're like you can't be no one in life. That's not from God. That is not from God. And when I was getting these notes together, I was crying because like it's so like crazy what God did to me. Like, I didn't think he could change me. I didn't think I was gonna be okay. I thought I was just gonna be like this for the rest of my life. And God said, no, I'm gonna change you. And a lot of people like, if God loves you, why would he let you go through this? But because I was thinking the same thing, like why did God let me go through this? But God knows a way, and God has a plan for everything. So if there's a situation that's happening in your life, it's for a reason. God doesn't let nothing happen for nothing. God doesn't do porqueria. He doesn't do things just to do it. He does everything for a purpose. He does everything for a reason. And if he lets you go through something, it's because he knows you can handle it. Because for me, I thought that I was going to end my life. I thought it was going to be over. But something in me was telling me no. All the times that I was getting picked on, I felt left out. And now I'm in a church with people that love me. I have friends that are involved with Christ, that lift me up, that support me. And I thank God for that, because without him I wouldn't be here. Without him I don't know where I would be, because he's my creator. And all those thoughts that I was having, all those bad thoughts that I was feeling, that's the devil. That's the enemy. He likes to make people think that they are worthless, that they can't be used by God, that they are a failure. Because I learned that the devil does it so hard with people because he knows what God can do with them. And that is true. That is very true. I would like to read this verse, Ezekiel 36:26. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. I will take the heart of stone out of your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. And that's exactly what God did to me. And the thing with God is, he was waiting for me to open the door. He was there knocking, waiting for me to open. And that's what he's doing with everybody. He's doing with all of you guys. He's waiting for you guys to come to him. No matter what sin you did, whatever anything bad that you think you did that God can't forgive you, God forgives everybody. God forgives everyone. Just like the prodigal son. That talks in Luke 15. Like, God is waiting for you with his arms wide, telling you, come on, I'm here. Come on. No matter what you think you're going through, no, God is bigger than all your problems. God is bigger than all your situations. For all the people saying that depression can't be cured, yes it can. Yes it can. Nothing is impossible for God. Nothing is impossible for God. I'm telling you, give your life to him, and you will see a change in your life, in your heart, your family. Like, yeah, everything is going to be different. Everything. So open your eyes. Go to God. He's waiting for you. He's waiting for you with his arms open. He's waiting for you. He's saying, come on. Come on. You're mine. You're mine. Come on. You're mine. Don't let the devil put thoughts in your head. Don't let the devil make you feel less than you are. And you could think you could live your life without God. I tried to live my life without God and I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I felt empty. I felt empty. I felt like I needed something more. I needed something else. I needed something to fill that hole. You can try to live without your creator, but you can't. You can try to live the way you want, but you can't. You won't be able to succeed. No money, no car, no job, no degree, you name it. Nothing is going to give you peace. Nothing is going to give you happiness. Nothing's going to give you that love that you need besides God. God can take you places that money and a degree can't even take you. So go to God. And I'm not saying that this is going to be easy, because it's not easy, but it's worth it. And you're not by yourself. You accept Christ and he's with you wherever you go. His Holy Spirit is there. And that's why God is so good, because Jesus died on the cross for us. And he didn't leave us by ourselves. It wasn't easy for me. My life was so hard for all those years. And now I accepted Christ at 20 years old. And now I'm 21. It's been a year. It's been a great year. And I'm going to keep fighting. And I'm going to keep going. But I'm not going to do it with my own strength. I do it with God. Like Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ. He gives me the strength I need to keep moving forward. He gives me the strength to wake up and to make me get out of my bed. He gives me the strength. You can't do nothing by yourself. You can't do nothing without God. You could try, but you're not going to succeed. And keep fighting. Go to God. Go to God. Nothing, no drugs, no alcohol is gonna take the pain away. Only God could take that pain away. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm gonna try to put before and after pictures of how my life was before and how it is now, so you guys can see. I hope you guys like this video, and let me know what else you guys like to see. Please share this video, and thank you. God bless you guys.